Recording episode 25 of Rocco on the Rocks. Action. Welcome back to another episode of Rocco on the Rocks. Today, I am joined again by my best friend, Nick.
What's going on, guys?
Nick, thank you so much for coming back on another episode.
Absolutely. I mean, after the last one, I think I had to come back. To be honest.
No, you were great. You were a fan favorite.
Oh, really?
People have been asking for you to come back.
Who's that?
Everyone in the comments, all the rock
right.
stars, they've been dying to have
all
you back.
All right, fair enough. Well, here I am, rock stars.
here you are. Yes. No, I'm excited for today's episode. We're going to try something new today, and we're going to just get into some good convo, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So on today's menu of Scrump or Dump, Nick has brought over Guinness for me to try. So is this your preferred drink of the fall season?
Well, I've been kind of on a weird kick with this, to be honest. I was never a fan. I thought it was heavy, you know. And
these are heavy.
They are, but they're not. And I figured that out. They're really not if you read them.
What do you mean they're not?
Read the whole facts about them. It's basically like a normal beer. And when you drink it, it's really not that heavy. That's what I thought at first.
Interesting. There's 125 calories in this. 9.4 grams of carbs. Wow.
Yeah, but if you look at
but 1
a
gram
Bud
of
Light
protein, that's
or
pretty
a
good.
Budweiser is 130-something calories and 12
is it?
grams of carbs. So Guinness is healthier than a Budweiser.
Is it?
Which Budweiser is, just your average beer.
We should have did a comparison.
I mean, I could quick pull it up.
Yeah, you can. I like these cans.
They are.
Notre Dame. Are you a fan of Notre Dame?
I guess. Not really.
College.
College, probably Alabama, but
So
at least for this, they're nice.
For this, they're nice.
Because obviously Notre Dame's Irish.
It is the Irish, yeah.
And obviously Guinness is Irish.
Yeah. The last time I had a Guinness, it was when I was in Ireland, and I had it warm, because that's how you're supposed to have it.
Yeah, that's where I needed ice cold.
Well, in America, we chill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I need.
Well, I bet you could probably get it chilled over there as well.
Yeah, but they may give you a weird look.
Maybe.
You may be weird.
No.
It may be weird.
Could be weird.
I don't know.
Could be weird. But the last time I had it, it was literally terrible.
Okay, well, it was warm.
Because it was warm, yeah.
So now you're gonna have a cold.
And it was thick.
So if I don't know about you, I think we should be able to, get in these.
Yeah, we could crack them open and start it up.
All right. Start it up. All right. So now there's a technique.
Oh.
Now there's another technique.
Show me the techniques. Do everything you got to do.
So you take the can.
Okay.
Look, you can hear this if you want to get a little ASMR.
Yeah.
There's a ball in there.
A ball.
There's a ball. Now, no matter how long you let these sit, there's always foam on them. So you let them, you'll let them purge.
Why is there a ball in the cup?
You'll see.
Okay.
So instead of just pouring this, you're going to let it flow out. You're going to slowly lift the can up. And it's all going to fall, and then you let it sit.
Is it going to fit?
Nope.
Wow,
it's perfect every time.
Wow.
Now look, you can see it falling.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look.
Yeah. So go ahead,
So I have to try it now? All right, wait, how do I do this?
So you're going to want to, there you go, crack the top. Slow, because again, no matter what, always.
I don't have to shake it like you just did?
No. I was just trying to show you that there was something inside there.
Got it.
But no, do not shake it or else it'll.
Okay. So just
a little, like just one small crack, you'll let it.
I've never seen this done before.
Now just pick up the glass, put it all the way at the bottom.
Okay.
Yep, and now flip it over. And then follow it up with the can as it's flowing up. Slowly pull it up.
Wow.
There you go. See that? Look at that. Now that's technically how it's supposed to be poured in a can. Well, from
a can.
Yeah. From the bottle, I don't know. I don't think it's that good from a bottle.
They put this in bottles? I thought you could just get it from the draft in a can, no?
They do it in bottles, but I always prefer the can.
Interesting. It looks like you're frozen.
You can shake it. See, there's a ball in there.
What's the ball for? Do you know?
It's however it flows out. It's supposed to, so it doesn't just pour out. You know how it comes out? See how it's coming out slow?
Yeah.
And so it doesn't pour out too fast.
Interesting.
Yeah, so.
This looks like an espresso martini.
It does, almost, just a lot bigger.
A lot bigger, and probably not as good.
And probably not as good. But these are pretty good, though.
But you're going to tell me that this is light. So
Believe
the
me,
fact that
when you
it's
start
dark,
try
I
it.
feel like it might not be light. But
No,
you know
I'm
what?
telling you, watch. Cheers.
Cheers. Scrump or dump.
It's not like a heavy beer. Like it's light. Like the liquid itself. Oh, that's definitely a dump.
That's bitter. That's a dump. Ooh.
The sip wasn't big enough. I don't think you really tasted it and got the full feeling.
Oh, you want me to chug more? You think I need another sip? Yeah, okay.
You, and you'll see what I mean. Like the weight. It's not like, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. I still think it's a dump, though. There's a little bit of an aftertaste and a kick to it
But they are
when it goes down your throat. Yeah, it's a scrump for you, but it's a dump for me.
All right.
I do agree with you that it is light. It's lighter than I had remembered.
Lighter than what it looks like to be.
Correct. Yeah.
Looking at it, looks like I'm about to drink a fresh cup of coffee, but it's not.
Yeah, it does look like we're going to have a fresh cup of coffee. Yeah, but we're not.
And it's cold.
And it's cold.
So,
yeah, cold. Way better cold than it is warm.
Was that the first dump?
No. Oh, no.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's okay.
I was going to say, I just brought a dump on the show.
You don't watch the show. It's fine.
Yeah, I do. What do you mean? I watch every single episode.
What was my first dump?
Some of the episodes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's fine. No, you didn't bring the first dump on the show.
Right.
You don't have to worry. I've dumped a bunch of other things before.
All right.
So you're good. You're good. But you find it a scrump. I mean, some people do enjoy it, so it makes sense.
A lot of people enjoy it, you know.
Yeah. Just not for me. Not yet.
That's fine.
I got to work my way up. I'm on a Miller Lite still, you know?
Yes. Oh, well, yeah. Well, you're getting into the beers.
I'm getting into the beers.
Brand new to beers.
I am. Let's head over to our seats over there, and we'll get into some convo. Since we're here. Yeah, it's rough.
Does it taste a little bit better over here?
No. Still tastes the same. But I gave it another shot, you know?
I respect that.
I'm trying my best.
You know, if you don't, you don't have to drink it.
No, we're gonna enjoy the drinks.
All right. I know you're on the Sprinters. If Sprinter's watching this, I
do like the Sprinters.
This is probably one of your biggest supporters, so I would definitely recommend.
Thank you,
using him as a partner. You know, if you guys see this, but that's just from me. That's from a business owner to another business.
That's perfect. Saying. Business to business. Yeah, see? That's great. I appreciate it, Si. Thank you so much. Speaking of business, we're here to talk about yours. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, you can definitely see that Nick and I are wearing the same shirts. Because Nick, the last time was on the show, you told us about your boat detailing business, and since then you've changed it up and kind of upgraded the company a little bit. Yeah. So just went through a name change back in August. I only did the boat detailing, which is anything from cleaning, compound work and polishing and the wax and all that. Mm-hmm. So changed the name. Now I'm offering many other options other than just cleaning the boats from now. So now we're offering yacht delivery, which is a big question to, a lot of you guys thought what you thought, but it wasn't it. I remember Dom was laughing. He was like, what are you going to hook up one of these yachts to your truck and pull it? That's what I had also thought too.
Yeah, I mean, so that's not what that is.
We don't
exactly.
work in your,
fields.
Yeah, so it's hard for us to understand. We need some explanation.
So a yacht delivery is, which it could be many, it could be many other things. Not only, so say you owned a yacht, like a lot of the people down in Florida own them. Mm-hmm. And in the summertime we have up here, they bring them up here because in Florida is hot as can be, Oh,
so they want their boats up here?
So they'll bring their boats up here for the summers, and then in the winter when it gets cold up here, they'll have somebody bring it back down south. Got it. So it's not, you're not pulling it on a trailer, like you're actually driving it down. So I would drive the yacht from New Jersey down to Florida or from wherever, they could be in North Carolina or anywhere that's warmer than here in the winter, put it that way.
Okay.
So to say here or Maine, a lot of them bring up to Maine too. So
isn't Maine cold all year round?
Yeah, But in the summers, a lot of people bring their boats up there too.
Oh, okay.
Because in the summer up there's nice. It's not that hot. That's why a lot of the older people with like those nice older boats.
Yeah.
They go up there because it's not that hot, but the weather's still nice.
Yeah.
Once you get old,
it's cooler. It's
once you get old, you really can't handle the heat anymore.
That is true.
So a lot of them go up to Maine when it's nice, and then in the winter up there they go down to Florida where it's still 70s, not that hot.
Yeah.
So they're kind of getting best of both worlds.
That's pretty good.
There's that sense into it. Also people that buy boats.
Okay.
They sell them all over the place.
So when they buy them,
say you were to buy a boat down in South Carolina, how am I going to get this boat back up to South Jersey where I have my shore house? How am I going to get it there?
Yeah.
I'll fly down, drive it up, and bring it straight to your house or wherever you keep it.
Yeah.
Which isn't always somebody's house. They could stay in a marina somewhere.
Right.
But I'd go down there, bring it up, and bring it to wherever you want.
Wow, that's a pretty good delivery system.
It is. It's cool. It's cool. Which my friend did it. I don't know if you guys know Kevin. Kevin also helped Kevin's cousin, which he does it, Steve.
Yeah.
So Steve's kind of backing out of it. He just had his second kid, So he's kind of.
It's a lot of work.
So it's it's a lot of work. So he's like, if I can be home, I'm just going to be home. So he's getting out of it, and Kevin and I want to get into doing it. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So would this technically just be for the winter months in terms of when the is the odds it could just be whenever. It's not like a set you have to do it in the summer, you have to do it in the winter months. No, but is it just going to be you? How big of a boat can you
Right now I'm going up to I'm going to set my limit right now at 75 feet. That's what I'm going to stop it at for now. That's something that I feel comfortable with doing.
Yeah.
Anything bigger than that, once I start doing 75 footers, 60, 70 feet, then I'm like, okay, now I'm going to take one step up.
Yeah.
Then I'll get into the hundreds.
Okay.
Just
work your way up.
But for now, again, I'm just starting it. So I'm going to probably cap at 75 feet, which again, that's a lot of them are of that size. There's mega yachts that are 180, 200 feet plus, but my experience, I'm not ready for that yet. But
yeah. So is that the standard or the start for a boat to qualify as a yacht is 75 feet?
No. Technically, a yacht is anything. I believe anything 28 feet or more.
Oh wow.
Or 28 or 36. It's somewhere around there. But once you hit the 30s, technically it's qualified as a yacht.
As a yacht. Wow.
But again, it also depends on the layout too.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You could have a 40-foot center console fishing boat, but that's kind of
it's not a yacht.
It's still kind of a yacht though. It's still big.
Yeah.
So, but as of right now, I'm still my cut is at 75 feet.
Yeah.
So anything 75 feet and long.
And you're just doing the East Coast.
East Coast now. I mean,
well, it's a lot for you to go to the West Coast.
That's a lot. That's a long. If there was somebody in Florida that wanted to go to the West Coast, that is better. But for me to go from New Jersey to the West Coast, that would be a week and a half at least for me to get there.
Yeah,
because you have to come all the way down around Florida. There's nothing in Florida where I can cut through.
Yeah,
you have to go all the way down around the Keys. So unless there's an intracoastal canal that I don't know about down there. But again, I would have to figure that out when I got the job. I have to chart out everything, where I'm going.
Yeah.
But from New York or, New York, New Jersey to West Coast for right now, that's a little far.
Yeah, that is far. I was just curious. For
now it's too far. I mean, I would do Florida to West Coast, but not from here. Down to the West Coast. That's a long time. Especially because I still work. So
because you still work, Well, this is
I need all the time, so this is something often. So,
but you're going to be the travel is obviously not short. You're traveling for quite some time. It's maybe a day. Would you say?
You figure,
a couple of days.
Because I would fly to Florida, or when I got there to fly home. Whichever it is. But if they're going from Florida,
whichever one you do.
Fly to Florida, but then I got to fly. Then I would have to fly twice, kind of. If it was Florida to West Coast, because I'd fly to Florida.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the West Coast. Like I'm saying, like in general, you staying on the East Coast.
Then I would have to usually travel once, because if I'm getting a boat from, Jersey to Florida, I can.
How long would it take you to get there?
I can Uber to wherever it's going out of.
Right.
Take the boat and then fly home, or vice versa.
But how long is the boat ride from Jersey to Florida?
Depending on the kind of boat, the average, I could probably get down there in 3 days.
Got it.
3-4 days.
Yeah, that's a long trip.
But it depends on a lot of different things.
Weather.
How much fuel the boat could hold? Because if I got to stop and fuel and stop and fuel, they could take longer.
Yeah,
and obviously weather. If the weather's not good and I have to stay over somewhere inside a port, to stay the night because the weather's not good. But again, I would know all that before I even did it. If the weather's not going to be good, then I'm not going to.
So you're a meteorologist, basically, is what you're telling me now?
Slightly, I mean, it's a pretty big part of my job.
Yeah,
knowing the weather.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
you should be a weatherman.
Well, a weatherman's a good job.
Exactly.
Because you could lie to everybody and nobody could point the finger at you.
Exactly.
Say, I don't know.
Yeah.
The storm took a curve.
If you ever want to change something else or start another business, you could be a weather forecaster.
Private meteorologist.
Yes, private meteorologist. That's good.
That's a good job. I've never heard of that. Maybe I'll start it.
You should. And then just sell for the other captains and crap, just be like, here you go.
Yep. Send them a detailed forecast.
Yes.
So they don't even have to look. I just mail it to them.
Yeah. They subscribe to you.
Subscribe, and I'll just send them updates for, wherever they are.
I think we just made a great new business for you. I think
that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
It's hard to sell, though.
Well, I'm sure, because everyone actually, it seems, knows how to read the weather.
Read the weather, but they make all the apps is the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I have a bunch of apps that tell you exactly what the seas are doing and what's coming and the wind and the weather and all that stuff. So it's, you have it right there in your hand.
Right.
That's the thing.
What's crazy
so it's already pretty convenient.
Yeah. No, what's crazy to me is that you obviously kind of have like a GPS, right, on the boat?
Yeah, we have
how do you even know how to follow that? Like that's what always gets me.
So back in the day is what gets me, because I talk to a lot of the older guys at work, and they're always like, "Oh, now they got all this, it's all
new technology."
You just have a screen, it's all screens. Tells you where you are, where you're going. You could set your course. Most of them, it'll just do like an auto plot for you. So you want to start from point A to point B, and you hit chart, and the plotter it'll make your course for you. So in that, you would enter, how large your boat is, what your air draft is from the water line up, how high is the boat. Because when you're coming under certain, any kind of like overpasses, bridges, you have to know how tall your boat is, unless, you'll hit it. So you'll enter all this information into the chart plotter, how deep your boat sits in the water, because it'll try to keep you away from any shallow parts, or when you're coming under any bridges or whatever. You do that, then it will make a route specifically for you and your boat and where you're going. It'll do the whole thing. You can do that, but it's kind of, I don't really recommend it because I don't really trust it. You're better off just looking at the chart and creating your own course, because I would rather see it. Because if you think about it, if I have this auto plotter going and it's charting me my course, I'm going to have to look over it anyway. Yeah. I'm going to want to look at it. Yeah. So if I'm looking at the entire, where all the legs are going, I might as well just make it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know what I mean? Because I'm going to have to double check the work of the plotter anyway.
Yeah. So everyone prefers to read a map is what you're telling me?
Everybody does everything different.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've learned a lot being in this industry is everybody does everything very differently. Not very, but a lot of small things like, this guy wants to use a certain setting on the chart plotter. This guy uses another setting. This guy does it this way. This guy, everybody you work with does everything different.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some guys that may use that auto plot and just run with it and then not even look at it.
Yeah, maybe.
That's maybe the guy that's sitting on the rocks on the news a day.
Could be.
For me, if I let the auto plotter chart my course, I'm gonna I'm gonna double check where it's, what route it has me going.
Yeah.
So. But mainly, there's a lot of tools available today, at least, which make it a lot easier than it was. long ago. Because a lot of the older guys at work, you actually had to sit there and chart plot, look at these charts, and actually know where you're going.
Right.
So definitely a lot different than it was long ago.
Oh, obviously we are very technologically advanced now.
Absolutely.
But because I have always just, the GPS in the car is just so used to that. I'm always just like, how does one, like, the ocean's not a road. It's
similar, but it's just, right. There's never a road. There's something called a channel.
Yeah.
But, it's, you really got to look. Especially like at night, you don't have little like dashes constantly where you're going. You're driving on a road, you constantly have a white line or 2 yellow line. Like there's always something to follow. You just have lights, in a row, and you got to stay between. But there's no center line, So if there's somebody coming the other way, you kind of have to gauge, where you want to be sitting when he's obviously coming from the other way.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of factors. Definitely a lot to pay attention to.
So what caused the name change? What is the new name of your company?
So the new name is Flagship Marine Services. Caused the name is, like I said before, just reiterating that, instead of only doing the boat cleaning, we will be doing other services, which I added, which is the yacht delivery. Obviously, still the boat detailing, same services, same service I was doing before. That's included. I'm just adding, again, that. Shrink wrapping, winterizing, spring recommissions.
Shrink
wrapping.
Huh.
So at the end of the year, people have their boat shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing that now. Shrink wrapping, and then the winterizations.
What else do you have to do for that?
Which the winterizations is, the shrink wrapping is basically like you have to string out the boat because, you have like snow, whatever, sitting on the boat all winter long. So everything needs to be tight. So you run all your strings around. So you have 2 posts that you have to make. And then you string the boat out and you bring over the shrink wrap. And then you tie the shrink wrap down. And then a flame, or some kind of heat gun. And you shrink everything in.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of what that is. And then the winterizations of the engine, because the engines use the water in, the ocean or the lake to cool them.
Yeah.
So when the water runs through the engines, at the end of the year when it sits, you have to get all that water out. Because if it freezes, you could run the risk of cracking the block, which is the whole part of the engine.
Yeah.
Or cracking pipes, burst pipes, depending on your boat. If it's just a lake boat, you don't have any kind of sanitation system, which is poop. Let's just put it in simple terms.
Yeah.
But all that stuff could freeze, So you have to run antifreeze through the engine and do all that good stuff to get the boat prepared for the cold weather.
Wow.
When you're in Florida, you don't have to worry about that because it never freezes down there really.
That's true.
They use their boats year round. But up here,
that's something you have to worry about.
So winterizing the engines and the shrink wrap and all that stuff.
And then hence also bringing everyone's boats from here down there, like you're saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So that, those boats wouldn't get winterized. They're just going to take them down there. As soon as it gets cold here, they're going down where it's warm again. So, they don't have to winterize those. The ones that do stay, they do still need to be winterized. But again, depending on what the boats are, a lot of the bigger boats down by like the Jersey Shore, those mainly stay hooked up on power. They stay in the water. Oh. A lot of them just stay down there in the ocean because the ocean doesn't really freeze.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless it gets really, really cold, wherever they have it, the marina may just be in like the bay where it's probably not that salty.
Yeah.
So that could freeze. But, a lot of those guys around the docks, they have heaters and stuff around the docks, and they have heaters in the boat. So nothing freezes, all the pipes won't freeze. But that's what a lot of those guys do. But again, all the guys that have their boats completely hauled out of the water all have to get all this stuff done. Shrink wrap and winterizations. You don't have to shrink wrap, but it's definitely recommended.
No, that's makes a lot of sense. Clearly, there's a lot of work that goes into this the maintenance of a boat.
There's a lot of They say the maintenance of a boat should be like a third of the cost of the price that you bought the boat for.
A third of the cost.
A third of the cost. You should expect to put back into for repairs, maintenance, all that good. So boats aren't cheap.
Wow,
boats are not cheap.
That's insane. I give you a lot of credit,
But it's
you're making yourself a good business out of it.
Absolutely,
so that's awesome.
What other business would I own?
No,
that's
it's
my whole
right up your alley.
So it's like you might as well just do as many boat things as I can.
Yeah, no, it's great.
You know, so
then those are the only new services that you are adding.
Yeah, so it's the
chartering.
So it's the delivery, shrink wrapping, spring recommissions, which is at the end of the year blowing out all the stuff that you put in so it won't freeze. You blow all that out, and all that good stuff. And then usually with the recommissions, they'll have the boat detailed because it sits all winter. You'll have like mold buildup and stuff. Yeah. So that's basically along the lines of what it is to recommission them in the spring. And that's really. I mean, other than that, I'm going to offer like probably private captaining, which is somebody that owns the yacht and they want to go out on the day with friends and family, and they don't want to be the one responsible.
They would just hire you.
They want to hang out, have some drinks with their family, and relax, and then they'll hire me to come on and drive it.
That's actually pretty good.
So that would be fun. Yeah. Just like what I used to do at the marina that I used to work at. Same thing. Yeah, no, that's great. But instead of, the boat not being the marinas, it would be the owners, and they'll be on the boat with you, hanging out. So
that's actually nice. And I feel like
that'd be a cool little thing. Yeah. I could see getting, a little crazy maybe.
Because someone could be like, it's my boat.
Because it's like, it's my boat. Like, I don't like the way you're doing things. You know what I mean? Especially if they're the ones hanging out, having a few drinks, and then they want to run their mouth. Yeah. You know, but again, that's all stuff that in the meantime, creating contracts, all this stuff, like I'm the master of the vessel. You're going to have to get yourself like a legal team soon. Yeah, with all these contracts. I know, because if I get sued, I'm screwed. Yeah, you're screwed. So it's like that's the big thing. When I'm on here, that's what they say. I mean, the captain's always right. So obviously, yeah. So this is you hired me to do this. Yeah. Shut up and sit down. Yeah. If I'm doing the wrong thing that's really wrong, I mean, I probably know I'm doing something really wrong. Wow. If I hit something, then maybe you could say something. But for sure, hopefully you don't. Other than that, keep hanging out because I'm on the clock and you're paying me. So, that's true. Are you going to be doing certain areas for the private captain? Like, do you know yet? That basically local. Yeah, local. It's not worth it for me to fly somewhere to private captain. I mean, depending on the length, if somebody wants a private captain for a 6-day excursion in the Keys with their family, that would be worth it. Yeah. But to just do... That'd be pretty cool. But just to do, like, day work. Yeah. Like, I want to go out with my family on a Sunday. I'm not going anywhere far, Yeah, that's true. Maybe be, like, Point Pleasant area. Yeah. Down South Jersey, But that's about, definitely keeping that in Jersey. Yeah. But as far as it goes, as for the deliveries, I'll fly wherever for that, Yeah. Just because it's worth it. I'll be on the boat for 3-4 days. Yeah, at that point and everything. So that's worth it. And then you have to also buy all your groceries and stuff like that. Everything. So wherever I'm going out of, exactly. Water, groceries, all that stuff come on because 4 days or whatever. Figure, but that's only in Florida. If I get a job that goes going down in South Carolina, 2 days, bring some snacks and water, and then halfway through get fuel, and we'll stop in somewhere to eat, and then get on, and then just go the rest of the way home. In that next day, or go the rest of the way there. Yeah. So it all really depends on where the boat's going. Wow. But it's definitely a cool thing. No, for sure. I mean, hey, you're getting paid to literally still do what you like to do. Like, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like you found the perfect niche for yourself. I mean, I can't hang out as if I would if it was my own boat. No, but it's still, can't dock it and have fun. But it's still, it's still fun. Yeah, so you get to be out on the water. It's pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely. I'm working on getting an employee soon. But, with that comes, me adding all the services and everything. I know how I'm going to be because I already have a bunch of people that want to use the shrink wrapping and the winterizing next year. Right. And you know how hectic I am in the summer. I'm always somewhere working. Yeah. No, you're booked. Like you got a lot of clients, which is great. But adding these new services, could get you more clients. Right. And for a little bit, I'm going to be like a zombie working, but that's the only way I'm going to be able to pick up and get more people so I can get somebody hired and get the hiree on a steady schedule. And you said you were also going to do the boat expo again, right? Yes, I will. With February 15th to the 18th, I believe it is this year. February 15th I'll be there 15th. Show up, everyone. Yep. To the boat expo. Yep, New Jersey Exposition Center in Raritan. Yeah. Yep, I'll be there for 3 days, Friday to Sunday. So you have to get a whole new booth, basically. Everything. New banners, new cards, which the cards I already got, but new banners. And I will be raffling this year, too. I will be raffling.
What are you raffling?
Again, Yeti cooler, a Yeti shirt, and a Yeti hat.
Wow.
Yeah, so feel free to stop by, buy some.
That's a good raffle.
I know, I figured that. I was like, yeah, you know what, do something a little bit different.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Because then, more people show up to your booth once they see that. And you were in a good spot last year.
It was perfect.
However many
because
years ago
I was right in like a Y.
Yeah.
There was a walkway here, a walkway here, a walkway here, and I was like right in the middle of it. So I got everybody kind of walking right by that little corner there, you know. Because if you're up in like the corner, you get people just quick walking by, and if it's like a quiet part, they're just going to kind of look and keep walking.
Yeah.
But I was like right there in the middle. So you always get like the people that hit that corner, and they're like, okay, well, where am I going?
Yeah.
And they stop for a minute because they're like, where am I going to walk? And then that's when they just look, and then, okay, this guy's right here. I might as well stop by. So I had a lot of people stop by the booth last year. It was perfect. Hopefully I get the same spot again this year.
Yeah, hopefully. Because that was pretty good. I remember when I came to see you.
You did.
Looks great.
You did.
Yeah, everything looks great. So I'm excited to come this year.
This year will be all new banners. Which is unfortunate. I wish I didn't have to get all new stuff.
No,
but, most of the stuff I'll be able to reuse.
The Flagship Marine Service is a great name. You have a great new logo. These shirts are great.
These shirts are good. I still have yet to do my T-shirts. I just got the polos.
Your T-shirts they're hot commodities.
They're going to be the same exact shirt. Don't worry.
No, I'm not worried.
They're sitting in my car. I just need a press order.
I am not worried.
They're the same make model of the shirt.
That's great.
Just the different logos.
No, perfect. I can't wait to wear it all the time.
Those shirts are great.
Yeah.
I love those shirts.
Are you going to raffle one of those too? You should.
I'll probably just throw one in.
Yeah.
You
might as well.
I'll do one of mine and then the Yeti. The only thing with the shirts, I guess doesn't matter. But it's like, the size-wise, should I do like an XL so it'll fit like 90% of the people?
Yeah.
Or just a large? But then what if a guy that wears a 6X comes, he's going to basically throw it in the garbage?
That's valid.
But he could give it to his kid or somebody else.
Yeah, but then
you never know.
But then that defeats the purpose of the Yeti shirt, right?
Yeah, but you can't please everybody. I can't raffle off a small, medium, large, XL.
Large, extra large is your
large or an extra, or honestly just do a large and an extra large. Yeah, because it's like the large fits most. Yeah, the XL,
someone regardless will find someone that is going to get
that'll wear it. Yeah. And then the hat, anybody can wear the hat.
Anyone can wear the hat.
And then the cooler, obviously, anybody could use a good. Yeah, anybody could use a good cooler.
No, the Yeti coolers are the best. We actually have one. I saw it before in my wine cellar, and I was like, "That's new."
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But yours has always been nice. The one that you have, right? You have the Yeti one?
Got the. I won a small one at a raffle.
Right.
In college, that was a small one, and then at the boat show 2 years ago, Val got me that nice one.
Yeah.
The Yeti Roadie 60.
Yeah, that one was nice. Yeah.
So I got that one. And then,
And you have a couple of their tumblers, too.
Yep. I got a few of their tumblers, a water thing of theirs,
Yeti should sponsor you,
I'm going to try to reach out to them. So that's also new, too. So I'm working right now. I'm going to... West Marine's trying to partner with me a little bit for the show. So I reached out to them because I had to update my account with them. So I have the pro account, so I had to update my name through them.
Yeah.
So I reached out to the guy that I use, and he was, and I just told him, I was like, hey, listen, I'll be going to I'll be going back to the show. If you guys are, willing to, throw out some new products or something, I could show them at my booth. And maybe in the meantime, they'll, throw me a couple of freebies with it because I'm going to be, marketing for them.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they do. And he said, he's like, let me know in January. So that'll give him 2 months. So maybe he'll have something made for me, So we'll see.
Yes, that would be awesome. That's literally perfect.
So I think that's a great thing. And especially that's such a big company. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, sounds like you got a pretty good setup for yourself.
And then Yeti, I'll raffle off their cooler. I'm going to maybe try to reach out to them to see if,
why not? Doesn't hurt.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Because again, same thing. I'm marketing them.
Yeah.
As I'm trying to advertise myself, I'm going out of my way to market them, so they may throw in something.
Yeah, 100%.
So we'll see how that works out.
That's awesome. I think this is going to be great.
So I'm super, super stoked for this. When I was there 2 years ago, I got a lot of new people.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to go there under a new name and hopefully do the same thing. Get a lot of new people.
Yeah, and if your
a lot
clients
more
go again,
people.
they'll still recognize you and everything. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm sure I'll see a lot of the same faces I saw.
Mhm.
You know.
And you sent out a mass email letting everyone know
Yep.
that you are changing your name. Well, you put out that
I
post.
sent that. I put out the post,
Mhm.
which was the short reel that I put out.
Yeah,
And
very
then,
good reel, by the
And
way.
then I sent out a mass email, letting them know that I'm, adding a bunch of new stuff. I think it's so far so good.
No, it sounds like it. Also, the last time you were on the show, you had mentioned that you got a new boat, the Fluke and Rally. We didn't talk about it a lot, but what have you been using this boat specifically for? You told me this past weekend you took it out to take your dad out to go fishing and stuff.
Yep.
You use this one, I feel like, more for fishing than leisure, like you did.
More for fishing.
Yeah.
This boat. It's not, it doesn't accommodate
a lot of people.
You could, but it's just not what the boat was made for.
Yeah.
Like the old boat, the Liquid.
The Liquid.
Rest in peace, the Liquid.
Mm.
But which that just got junked. Got scrapped.
You said that's terrible.
Got crushed. It's done now. Can't even get it back if I wanted to.
Yeah, no.
So I got the new boat. It's a 20-foot Mako, a popular retro fishing boat, an old school fishing boat that we restored, put a brand new engine on it, which I bought from the last boat show actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. This is just completely open center console.
Yeah.
Basically it's either you're fishing or you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
You're always in the sun. So that's the big thing with being out on the lake all day. There's nowhere to get out of the sun. The only way to cool off is if you get in the water.
Right.
Which that's not bad either.
Yeah, that's not that bad either.
Still,
but I get it.
But still. So
is there?
That's Apple.
Yeah. Do you take this one out specifically to fish certain kind of fish? You know what I mean? You've been taking this one out. I feel a lot more on the ocean than you did.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of down the shore fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly striped bass, fluke, and all that stuff. It still sits on the lake, but again, it's just not really big for the lake.
Yeah, it's not a party boat.
It's just not a party boat. The Liquid, that's where the fun was at.
That is where the fun was at.
That was a good boat.
It was a great boat.
It was a good boat.
Yeah.
All things come to an end,
No, all things come to an end. But you could also follow the Fluke and Rally on Instagram.
Yes, the Fluke and Rally also has a
all
page.
of the catches that you guys do.
Yep.
Yeah, give everyone the username.
Yeah, Fluke, FLUKE_N_Rally, RALLY.
There you go.
That's it. You'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. It's a nice little boat. Definitely looking at selling it soon.
Really?
I just want to get something bigger.
Yeah.
It's just not that big.
I know I haven't been on this one yet though.
You have.
No.
2 summers ago. No, less so. Yeah, you have. You've been on this boat before.
So I have not.
You're telling me you haven't stepped foot on the Fluke and Rally ever before?
Yet. No.
Oh, okay. That's weird.
I got to step on it. I think we should do an episode taking it out going fishing.
Yeah, we could.
I feel like that'd be fun.
Absolutely.
I feel like that would be
a good. That would be a really good episode.
Yeah.
Be in action.
And exactly an in action episode.
Absolutely. That would actually be a good idea. Probably get a lot of followers from that.
Maybe.
Then you'll get the fishing community.
I could get the fishing community to follow Rocco on the Rocks.
You could, absolutely.
Yeah. Maybe we should make actually never mind, that's probably disgusting. But we could make a drink,
Definitely not this. I guess you didn't like these.
No, I like it. I don't drink as fast as you do.
Well,
well,
you're new in the beer.
I am. I take my sweet ass time. But hey, actually, this past weekend I bought 2 pitchers or 1. I don't know, but I drank a lot.
I forgot. Honestly, Sunday
was a long day. Yeah.
Sunday was a long day for me, but it really wasn't. We got there at 12:30, and we took the what? We took the 6:30.
Yes,
we were home by I was sitting on my couch by 8:15.
Yeah. I had a good time watching some football. I lost in fantasy this week though.
Yes, you did.
Oh,
I won.
Yeah, you won.
I won.
For those of you who also don't know, we're all in our fantasy league again, and Scythe is actually winning right now, right? Are you in the lead?
Dom, and Pete are in first.
Tied for first, the 3 of you.
Yeah.
Look at that.
All of them tied for first, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know who I'm playing this week. I just looked today, and nothing said anything.
I don't know who I'm playing this week either. Let's see.
It still told me the scores from last week, so I'm still
Ty beat me. I was so upset.
I'm pretty sure I may be playing you actually this week.
I hope not. This week I'm versing Jack, you're versing Foe, and our standings right now in our league is Dom, you, and Pete are tied for first. Foe and Ty are tied for fourth, technically second, I guess you could say, but it just says 4 on here. Me and Tom are tied for, I would say third, but it says 6 on here. And then Sip, Jack, and Kev all on the bottom.
Yeah, Jack's doing awful.
Yeah,
He's
Kevin's doing
like
worse.
6-1 or something.
No, they're 2-5.
I'm sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, I had him swapped.
These people aren't checking their lineups every week.
Yeah, I don't know. I know Jack's in a couple leagues. I know Foe's in a couple leagues. I know they're in other leagues, so maybe they're not checking ours as much, but that's fine by me. They don't check ours at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, that means they're not going to win. Which, I mean, from now on, I mean, they're kind of done.
Yeah.
You know, unless they really do a turnaround. But I mean, I got a pretty mean.
Isn't it really anyone's game until playoffs anyway? Like you could always make the comeback.
Yeah,
that's what they say in fantasy football.
Yeah. Well, last year I was last, so this is nice for me.
But you still have to do the challenge.
Still have to do the challenge. Yeah. You know, I was thinking about coming up with another new thing for that challenge. I was thinking about if I get first this year, I get scrubbed.
Okay.
But only first. If I come in second, well, I still have to do it. But if I come in first, I think I should get scrubbed.
You think you should get scrubbed and still win all the money?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The only way for me to have to redo last year is if I don't come in first. So like second, third, or whatever.
Okay, you know what?
Only if I come in first, I get scrubbed from having to do last year's.
I don't
loser.
hate this idea. I don't hate that.
You know,
but you did lose.
I did.
So you kind of have to pay the price. You know.
Yeah. I'll just accept it.
But hey, I think I'm okay with accepting that. If you win, you're excused from having to do the challenge. But I mean,
honestly, the challenge really isn't that bad. Not like I got to go run a marathon, which talking about marathons. Rocco.
Yes.
Just had one.
Jack.
Yeah, how was your legs?
Jack, Kim, and I all ran a half marathon. My legs are doing a lot better. Thank you.
Good.
They're doing a lot better.
Still rubbery?
No.
Just a little sore?
Feel great.
Perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine.
Oh, nice.
I could definitely go back out for a run this week if I wanted to.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Like a short one, though. Like
nothing like too...
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Too involved.
Yeah. Get back in the swing of things.
Nice.
But it wasn't bad. It was good. Went well. My legs were on fire because I had to run up a hill 4 times, so that really sucked. And the hill was like a mile long. It was horrible.
Yeah.
So my ass and my hamstrings were really on fire.
Yeah. Could definitely imagine that.
Yeah, really on fire.
Definitely.
Yeah. But no, I like our challenge this year. I feel like, the challenge is good, and I feel like
it's a fine challenge.
So
Can you
why
explain
don't
the challenge to everybody?
Sure, we could explain the challenge so everyone knows. I mentioned this in one of my episodes previously at the start of the year when I discussed how fantasy had went last year for all of us. And I had mentioned that we were going to do a challenge for the loser. And unfortunately, we never got to it. We didn't really know what we wanted to do because you always see like on Twitter and stuff like that and like people making these videos, like what they do for challenges. Like sometimes they make you sign up for the SAT and you have to sit for it.
That's a bad one.
That's a bad one, but it's
that's kind of like an update on how your brain's doing. And if you do bad, that's pretty embarrassing.
I would do terribly.
I would do awful too.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do good on the first one I took.
Yeah, no.
And especially now, like not being in school for a little bit, probably not too good.
You lose it.
Absolutely. You do. No, you absolutely lose it. Whatever.
That was one of the challenges we had thought about doing. Unfortunately for that, though, we don't get to like see you take the test. Like we would all have to sign up to take the test as well. And plus you have to pay to take it. So that's kind of stupid. Then I know you mentioned running a marathon, like having someone run a half marathon or a marathon. Like,
oh, did I say that?
Yeah. And since you were the loser last year, that you're just
then that cost clearly went out the window.
You set yourself up for failure with that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that one's like also a lot to ask. And again, that you're not really like with you.
And you're never gonna be prepared. I mean, unless you just prepare for fun and then hope you don't get lost. But if you do, at least you're ready.
Run one of like the beer 5Ks or something like that. Like I think that would be fun.
What is that? I never heard of that.
Like one of the races where like you drink beer at like however I think at like each mile you like have to chug a beer or something like that.
Honestly, I run pretty quick when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I have legs, so I may do good.
You're picking up speed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's
the carbs
why,
are just burning through you.
That's why when I was playing JD baseball, I was called Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I always had legs.
Mm-hmm.
These things move. They're not as slow as they look.
I never said you were slow. Trust me, I know your speed. I know what you're capable of, Scythe.
Not for that long. I mean,
No, not for that long.
Not for that long.
But one of the challenges we had come up with was, maybe having someone sit at a bar from the time they're open to when they close, and each drink they have like sheds off an hour. Is it 30 minutes?
So you show up. So what the problem was with that is obviously bars around here don't open
that early.
Most of the bars here open at 11 or noon. But we were thinking of finding a bar in the city that opens at like 6 a.m. or like a 24-hour,
Yeah.
And, you have to show up like at 6 a.m. and every drink that you have sheds off 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, so I heard this. I was like, let me do the math on this, which it's really not. I mean, the hardest part is waking up and showing up at 6 a.m. to a bar,
Well, yeah, you don't want to start drinking at that time, obviously.
But my theory on it was after doing the math with the numbers, I forget what it was. It was like if you had like 10 beers, you'd be able to leave by like 4:30 in the afternoon. And if you string it out, it's like 1 beer an hour.
Yeah.
Because you get there at 6.
Yeah.
You go to 4. That's 10 hours.
Yeah.
1 beer an hour will minus from whatever time the bar closes. But I remember I was sitting at work doing the math. I was like, this really isn't too bad.
Yeah. No, it's not that
But
bad.
it would suck if it was you had to sit at a bar from 6 till closing, and no matter on what you drank, you just had to sit there from 6 in the morning till closing, which could be who knows 12 2 a.m.
Regardless, the hours suck. Like you don't want to be stuck in a bar all day, but like that's the point of the challenge.
Right, but it's like, what do you do at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Like, do I get a beer?
Yeah.
Like I need to sit here. Like
you could make so many friends.
What I mean?
Think about it. It's an opportunity.
You could.
Honestly, I should just do the challenge and interview as many people as I can. I might as well just lose.
You should actually speak to the bar owner in the morning or a manager and say, listen, I'm going to set up in the back corner of the bar.
Yeah.
And is it all right if I set up a camera and just interview people all day? Find out their story. What are they doing?
Yeah, I should.
What are they doing here? What do they do for work?
Why are they here? Yeah.
You're
right.
And
screw it. I'm going to lose.
Especially in the city. Prime time, just from being there here and there, like if I ever, me and my brother take my dad into the city for the day, it's always like 4 or 5 o'clock. People get out of work and they hustle into the bar with all their bags and suits on and come in for a drink or two and leave. Like you'll meet so many different people doing all kinds of who knows what kind of work around the city.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I think would be a great thing for this.
I agree. You know what?
Stop in. What are you doing here? Where do you work? Just get a little gist of everybody and make like a little clip, like you're doing so many people. Just get like an idea, or go in with like one question
and ask everyone that question.
Ask everybody that question, like that one guy that goes around. He stops by people who drive like Porsches, Ferraris, and he asks them what they do.
Yeah,
And then it's always like, oh, I do this, I do that. Have you ever failed? Like how you hear? Like what's one thing that you can tell somebody that you're younger
got
you
to
would
the spot.
I think that'd be a really good idea for you. Honestly, that not only for just your audience, but a reel like that could one night could blow up.
Yeah, for sure.
And then get a lot of people who are now into your account.
Yeah,
follows and whatever, and then they view all your other stuff. That'd be a really good idea. I think you should pursue something like that. Do you have your account set up as what?
What do you mean?
So the Rocco on the Rocks, is it an e-commerce account?
I have a website.
You have a website and everything?
Yes. I have a website.
So you can
RockoOnTheRocks.com
advertise
/Rockstar.
So on Instagram, you can boost your post. So boost that post and let it go out. I'm sure you'll get tons of replays and sends, whatever, people sharing it. I think that's a really good idea.
No, I agree with you. I really think we should do it. I think I'll start it when we do the challenge because we'll all.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when, or whatever the challenge is.
That'd be a great idea. And when you do it, let me know because I'll just come.
Let's just do it.
Make shirts. Get me a shirt. Maybe you could just.
Well, I already have a hat.
You already have the hats. Nice hats, by the way.
Thank you.
I'll come if you're doing it.
All right, perfect.
I will come.
Let's do it, Scythe.
Absolutely. But you first but not even along the lines of the fantasy because I can guarantee you're not getting anybody that good at 6 a.m. at the bar. So this would just be a day.
No. Yeah, it's a day when we go out.
Yeah, just a day that we go out.
Not 6 a.m. No, a day when we go out. Honestly, we could do it for like a Sunday fun day. Or
for the losing, you rearrange that. You flop the story. You go in at 6 a.m. You see these people come in and you ask them where they
just came from. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was their rock bottom? How they get here?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true. I like that.
Do one and the other.
Yeah. That could be good
in the city at a bar
stories.
at 6 a.m. and in the city at a bar at 4 o'clock, getting all these guys coming out of work, coming down Wall Street and whatever.
That's true.
That's a good idea.
I like that, Scythe. I really like that, actually.
That's a good idea.
All right, we'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I'm in.
All right, perfect.
I'm in.
We'll pick a day.
Especially when I'm home for 2 weeks. Especially in the winter, I don't have anything going on.
All right, cool. Let's go. We'll go to a bar and we'll set up shop.
Absolutely. I'd be definitely down for something like that.
Oh, that'd be great.
And also, the bar has... We
need a videographer, though.
The bar has a say in it, too, because you're technically, you would maybe, they would maybe make you be like, I'm here, so that would kind of benefit them.
Oh, yeah, I would promote
it. You could just say that, but it doesn't have to be included in the video, or just at the start be like, hey, we're at yada, yada, yada today on Yada Street, interviewing people, something along those lines. Yeah. And then now the bar's part getting in that's going to allow you to sit in the corner and interview their customers.
No, I think this is great.
I think that's a great idea. I think this is really, really good. I think this is great.
I agree with you.
I think we should do this.
Okay, let's do it. I'm so down.
Good. Oh, absolutely. This is good stuff.
No, this is good. Look at that.
If you want to do it,
you come on here to talk about your business, and you're helping me out with mine.
I don't know.
That's great.
Cheers to that.
No, literally, cheers to that.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
I'm ready. I think this will be really good.
That's a great idea.
And it'll be a lot of fun. We have to pick the perfect bar. You know what I mean?
Like something where, there's a lot of just a lot of in and outs of people.
We got to not be afraid. You know what I mean? To go up to people.
You know what I'm thinking? You get a bar that's by a train station.
Good commuter area.
Train station, a good commuter area.
So
East
we kind of have
34th Street, right by the ferries.
There's a bar there?
I used to work for the ferries.
Yeah.
The amount of CEOs that come out of Rumson, Red Bank, Highlands, all those high earning guys that come from Jersey down the shore into East 34th Street right there may pop in for a beer just because they're going to say, okay, I got out of work early. I'm going to pop in before I go.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Get on the ferry to go home.
All right, I like that.
Somewhere in a high commuter area because that's where you're going to get a lot of people that are just going to pop in.
Yeah, I like where we're
I just want a quick beer and go, Yeah,
Scrump or dump.
You don't want to be in a suburban area of the city, where just you're getting people that live around here and they just got off and they're going home. Or
no, for sure.
You want to be in that section where it's you're getting guys coming, going, all over the place. I think that'd be a good idea.
All right, we'll set up a date and do it.
What do you think about it? Let me get your opinion on this.
No, I totally agree with you. I just think we have to, it has to be at a bar in which we do this because of the point of the show being Rock on the Rocks. You know what I mean? Still having that drink aspect. Right. They have to do Scrump or Dump. Talk to them,
Absolutely. Give them a hand on the way in.
Maybe give them a hand on the way in. Yeah, that'd be a lot, but maybe talk to the bartender. I think maybe interview them a little bit too. Ask them what it's like when the crowd comes, stuff like that. What's the most popular drink people get while they're here, and then from there, interview the people. Yeah. But we gotta,
get the whole thing. You know? Maybe something like that. Go in early. Go
for sure. Set up shop,
they work,
everything.
Try to quick interview the bartender.
Ask everyone's permission, get their consent. We need that.
And then sit in a corner and try to get people in
to come in and get interviewed.
Absolutely. I think that's a great idea, especially for this.
I do too.
And there's a lot of people that really want to.
It's a happy hour. So we got to go when it's happy hour.
I think it's a good idea. I think you got something going.
I agree with you, Scythe. I really do.
And I'd be the first one there with you.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
will come with you. Since it's mine, well, since I gave you that idea,
You have to come with me, and you will get the credit. Don't you worry.
Absolutely.
Don't you worry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. Well, Scythe, on that note, I think that's our show.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
I think that was good.
We got some ideas flowing. That was great. You told us all about your new business, which I'm so excited for you for. Flagship Marine Services, everyone. Make sure if you have a boat, give Nick Forsyth a call here.
Give me a call.
He's the owner and the captain.
Check out the website.
Yeah, check out the website.
fsmarineservices.com.
Yep.
Feel free to navigate it.
Definitely.
It's there.
It is there. Yeah, give it. Follow him. Check out the website. Do everything you can to support Nick here and his business endeavors. I'm excited for you. So it's going to be good.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Hopefully it is. I think it will be. But
yeah, no, for sure.
With a little bit of effort and stuff, I think it'll be good.
It will be good. It will be good. And that's that. Do you have any shout outs to end the show?
Shout out to my parents. Shout out to my girlfriend. Shout out to my brother. They've always been very supportive of me and all my endeavors, so I wouldn't be here without them,
Yeah, that's awesome.
So how about you? You have any shout-outs?
Always the same shout-outs. Shout-outs to my family, my parents, my sisters, the brothers, obviously, all our friends, the Poos, my creative directors. Love you guys so much. And shout out always to all the rock stars who tune in every single week to watch. I really appreciate it, guys. I know I've been slacking with putting out some content, so I apologize. A lot's been going on in my life, so I'm getting back into the swing of things now. But again, I appreciate all of your support no matter what. So I'm happy getting back and creating these videos and doing all the interviews again. So I'm glad I'm back in the spot,
Big question.
What?
Who's on next?
Me. I'm going to be on next. I'm going to give everyone my rundown of how the VMAs were and the Emmys because I got to work on.
I heard of the VMAs. Yes. All right.
So look out for that. I'll be posting when that will be coming out as well. Again, remember to check out our website, rockoontheRocks.com/rockstar. You can check out all the episodes on there. You can also find the Rock Bottom segment of our show. Rock Bottom is where you submit any, fun going out stories that are hilarious, embarrassing, whatever, and you just want to share them because you just want to get something off your chest or you just want to share a funny story with everyone. It's totally anonymous. I'll read it on the show, so you'll find the form on there. You can also find the form on my Instagram as well, rocko.ontherocks. Please be sure to follow it. And that's all. As always, rock stars, always be your best self. Do not forget to smile. Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. Have a great week, everyone.